EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the third leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today it's live third-round coverage of the Orlando Classic. Hello again and welcome, Rich Lerner, alongside my friend Frank Nobilo. We're here in Orlando, Florida, at the house that Arnold built, the Bay Hill Club and Lodge. Frank, what are some of the toughest shots out on this golf course?
Second thin green, probably only a club or so deep there, so it's very hard to get that to land soft. 17 and 18 are always difficult for any level of play. 17, the green is angled slightly to the right. Even though you're coming from an elevated tee, it's tough to judge the right club and get the ball to land softly. And of course, there's always the finishing hole that has to be navigated. There's always advantage of hitting it further than most, Rich, and straighter than most. When you put the two together, it's just straight up a head start.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
It's a rather nice shot, I would say.
Put a birdie on the card here yesterday, don't forget.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his middle.
Clean this up with the top.
He'll take par and move on. Here at the 231-yard par 3 second, Frank, pretty good hole.
It certainly is, Rich. The carry on the right side's a little shorter, but if you're going to take it down the left side, you've got to fly that ball at least another 20 yards.
Can't hide the flagstick from that man.
This hole's been good to him. Birdie yesterday, trying for another one today. That's the idea. Just knock it in.
Frank, now to the third hole, and where's the trouble here? That's fairly obvious, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's one thing you don't want to remind yourself of. There's a bunker all the way down the right side. That's a good place to aim.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Second shot, good look at the green. I mean, that's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Rich Lerner with Frank Nobilo back at the fourth hole. It's par 5, the first one on the golf course, and Frank, a really good scoring opportunity.
It certainly is. Two bunkers down the left. Just want to keep it inside that. If you flare it a little right, there's a hazard that just sneaks up on you.
But this could be...
Rich, there's great drivers of the ball. We've seen Norman, Necklace over the years, but that there is just excellent. Lovely full turn, plenty of power, and just piped it.
Made it look easy right there, and he's such a good-looking player. When he's dialed in, swinging the way he is right now, just a pleasure to watch. Frank, this one looks like it might have a postage stamp on it. Airmail City.
Yeah, lick it. Send it.
Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus.
No problems early. Looks good.
It does look good. This bodes well. We might be in for a very low round today.
Frank, now to the fifth. What's the strategy here at this shorter par 4?
Well, if you want to flex your muscles, Rich, take it over that left bunker. With a little trailing breeze, you might even get close to the green.
Now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up. You can bring it in high. You can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Leaves that one about 20 feet out from the cup. Nicely played shot. Birdie try again here today. Had a nice birdie on this hole yesterday.
Wow, I can't believe he found the cup on that one.
Clean up on aisle 5.
Frank, this is a big, brawny par 5, and it can be menacing just looking at it from the tee with all of that water.
It's also tempting, reachable for the longer hitters, unless your name's John Daly, who took a whopping 18. So better than that, you're better than John Daly.
I don't see what's wrong with 18. If you break it down, that's 3 pars and an eagle. That's pretty good.
It is, but you're still playing the same hole. Tom Weiskopf was one of my idols growing up. I loved the way he swung. That swing right there reminds me of my idol.
Well, it looks like Rory McIlroy, Frank, sticking the follow through.
Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. Good-looking shot right here.
That was just a gutsy shot right there, and a good look at eagle coming up. And getting ready for the putt.
That was cool. It looked like it was certainly going in.
Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Breathing a sigh of relief.
You've got to guarantee a carry at least 7 or 8 yards onto the green, because that's where that bunker is on that right. It cuts in 7 yards.
This one has a chance to be close.
We just saw a player in total control of what he's doing. Didn't miss a green in regulation all day long.
Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
Good work right there. They'll settle for par. Getting ready to tee off here at the 8th. Frank, this hole has it all. Dogleg, bunkers, water. How do you successfully navigate it?
It's such a pretty looking hole, Rich. That bunker down the left just sort of pops out and you see it. So you can either work it off that to the right, either that or just aim a little right. But be careful of those trees on the right.
Frank, this is a way to make golf easy when you can hit it that deep.
I'm going to say, I know that first number's a 3. I'm guessing the second one's a 2. Let's call it 320.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
Will he try again here today? Always love to hear the sound at the bottom of the cup. It's a consistent theme here at Bay Hill, if you can carry it 300 yards.
Bay Hill always favors the longer hitter.
Final hole now of the front side. It's a 474-yard par 4. And Frank, you've played it before. What works best here?
Well, ideally, a nice little draw off the tee. The hole's quite weird because the tee shot shapes to the left and yet the green goes the other way.
All right, partner, break down this approach shot here at the par 4 9.
What you're looking at is one of the biggest greens on the golf course, Rich, so it gives you a chance to be perhaps a little more aggressive than what you would normally think on a par 4 that's just a little under 500 yards.
Had a birdie here yesterday in there close. Great opportunity for another one. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Wow, what a birdie. Excellent front side, trying to keep it going here on the second 9.
He's just playing beautifully, hitting so many good shots, giving himself so many opportunities. Can he keep it going?
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Outstanding tee shot.
Yeah, ball's sitting up. You don't have to worry about the wind or anything there. You just take a full-blooded cut at the second shot from here. This looks like it's going to find the target.
What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
That incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
Frank, 440-yard par 4 11th. You see that number on the card, you think driver. Maybe not? Why?
Yeah, it's imperative you hit the fairway here, Rich. Water obviously in play left. 2 bunkers on the right. This is a second shot hole.
That is tasty looking right there from just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
But a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
Oh my goodness, he just made that. I cannot believe it.
I was thinking he might get it close. And just a great shot.
Frank, now we're at the 574-yard, par 5 12th. How critical are the par 5s if you're trying to put a score on the board here at Bay Hill?
They're crucial, Rich, because the par 4s are very, very difficult. So anytime you get a par 5, you've really got to take advantage of it.
Great line. What a great shot. He has really hit it a long way. Now the second shot to the par 5. Hold it, Frank.
Great pitch up.
Frank, the par 4 13th, relatively short, but not necessarily easy.
Yeah, stringent tee shot. A lot of people are tempted to take a bigger club off the tee. 300 yards runs out of the fairway, but really, what does that give you in?
Long drive, but a bad lie.
Wicket.
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's formality now.
Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Another challenging par 3 here at Bay Hill. It's the 14th, 216 yards.
Normally much longer than its yardage.
Well, you can hear it right off the center of the club face. This has a chance to be close. Regarded as a very accurate player, that shot says it all. Trying to make yet another birdie. Count that. That's a birdie. Now at the 15th, big dog leg right here. What's the best way to go, Frank?
Really down the left side. It's very tempting to try and hit it across that bunker, but not only do you have to carry the bunker, you've also got to carry those little shrubs down the right side.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up. You can bring it in high. You can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Superb shot.
Well, it's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
No problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going. Keeps the momentum on his side.
Is this a good risk-reward par 5?
It's more about the second shot here. It's probably the most demanding second shot on the golf course.
The Bay Hill Club and Lodge features a really exciting finishing stretch. 16 is a reachable par 5. You'll see eagles and birdies there coming home. 17, a very difficult par 3 over the water. The bunker is there. Takes an excellent shot. And then 18 is all you want. We know that with the water in front. That second shot which comes over the lake. And that's a hold-your-breath moment. It is a great finishing 3-hole stretch at Bay Hill. What a spectacular shot that was. He'll have a look at eagle. Locked in on the read and the speed. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Frank, par 3 17th here at Bay Hill. How difficult is this hole?
This one takes your best tee shot, Rich. Otherwise, you're just looking at 4 or 5.
So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot.
So snap, though.
Oh, I thought he had that. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par. Let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect. It's going to hurt the course.
Frank, a chance now to make an imprint here at one of the famous courses on tour at Bay Hill, the final hole. This is where Tiger has done it so many times, where Gomez holed out. What a great hole.
Well, the last hole of a great 3-hole stretch. If you got through 16, somehow got through 17, you've still got one more hurdle.
Frank, this is the moment of truth in so many rounds here at Bay Hill, the second at 18.
The best way to put it is it's the most rewarding second shot you'll get on Bay Hill relative to the rest of the people playing.
I mean, that's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall.
Frank, in golf, there's nothing quite like the final round of a hotly contested championship, and this one could be a doozy.
And there's nothing quite like that leaderboard I'm looking at right now. We are going to have some amazing golf. This one is going to have to be won.
EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the third leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today, it's live final round coverage of the Orlando Classic.
That's an absolute tracer right there. In the fairway and well over 320 yards.
Good swing, good shot yet again. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
This would be nice. 2 straight birdies.
Great start.
Back to the second hole here at Bay Hill. Frank, long par 3.
And that green slopes so much from right to left, so you can actually use the contours of the green here.
So on the putting surface, and taking a good look now at this birdie putt here at the second. See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Did a nice job with that putt. Good read, good speed. And getting ready for the putt. Good work right there. They'll settle for par.
Frank, now to the third hole, and where's the trouble here? That's fairly obvious, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's one thing you don't want to remind yourself of. There's a bunker all the way down the right side. That's a good place to aim.
Right out of the center of the bat. Did you hear that?
Just blistered that tee shot.
That has to be 325 if it's an inch.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
And that's how you play the game, right there.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Good putt. Rich Lerner with Frank Nobilo back at the fourth hole. It's par 5, the first one on the golf course, and Frank, a really good scoring opportunity.
Certainly is. 2 bunkers down the left. Just want to keep it inside that. If you flare it a little right, there's a hazard that just sneaks up on you.
It's nice to roll in a 25-footer now and then. Those feel good. But still, there's nothing like hitting that perfect tee ball. Long and straight.
Yeah, you can puff out your chest, last to play, the advantage, hole shorter. Basically, the list goes on.
And this is looking really good. Just a case of a hole suiting the player's eye. Made the birdie yesterday, and he has a good chance to make another one today. He's made it. .561-yard par 5 fourth. Frank a chance to make 4 and maybe even an eagle 3.
Yeah, that green's just raised a little bit, so if you had a good drive in there and you're going with a slightly shorter club, big advantage.
That is just a beautiful shot. Frank, nice to have a short iron into a par 4 here at Bay Hill, but still no guarantee that you'll make the birdie or even par.
But a reward for a good one, exactly the way you've described it. This is one hole that's a swing hole. Hit a good shot in here, you're going to have inside 10, 15 feet for a birdie. Make a mistake, then all of a sudden you're scratching your head. How did I make 5?
Made it for a birdie. Frank, back in 1998, by any chance, do you remember exactly how many golf balls John Daly hit into the water at the 6th?
It was half a dozen. Half a box of golf balls.
Outstanding tee shot.
Yeah, ball sitting up. You don't have to worry about the wind or anything there. You just take a full-blooded cut at the second shot from here.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I'd say.
Well, couldn't have done much better than that, and the eagle is looking very likely now. What a tremendous display of golf this has been.
Certainly throwing an eagle against the field, too. We've seen it all. Birdies, eagles, just blitzing the field from start to finish.
Frank, the good news as you come to the 7th after that beast of a par 5 is that it's just under 200 yards and there's no water.
Yeah, it's not as long as the second, but it's just as demanding. Very narrow entry into this green.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
Not a gimme, but well within his range.
Right now, it's just a case of running out of holes. Pars are fine.
Frank, as you step to the tee here at the 8th, what are you seeing?
Another hole that suits the long hitter, Rich. That bunker just over 300 yards. The further you get down there, the shorter club you have in over the water. Oh, if this is up, it's good.
This is some drive. I'm reminded of the old Phillies baseball announcer, Harry Callis, who used to say, "That ball is out of here." That's a solid shot here into the 8th hole, and a good chance now for another birdie. Birdie putt coming up. The par on this hole yesterday. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Final hole now of the front side. It's a 474-yard par 4. And Frank, you've played it before. What works best here?
Well, ideally a nice little draw off the tee. The hole's quite weird because the tee shot shapes to the left and yet the green goes the other way.
Always makes the hole easier, throwing it from the fairway. All right, partner, break down this approach shot here at the par 4 9.
What you're looking at is one of the biggest greens on the golf course, Rich, so it gives you a chance to be perhaps a little more aggressive than what you would normally think on a par 4 that's just a little under 500 yards.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Birdie here yesterday, trying to do it again today. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Excellent front side, trying to keep it going here on the second 9.
He's just playing beautifully, hitting so many good shots, giving himself so many opportunities. Can he keep it going? Oh, that's fine. Rich, these players aren't getting a reprieve with the win right now.
Right from the start, the winds have been kicking pretty good.
Yeah, but at least it's presenting that challenge for the players that don't get every other day.
This will test the player. I mean, it's one thing to play with no wind in perfect conditions, but as we know, golf is a game of variables.
Yeah, and better strike will be rewarded today.
Getting set now over the putt. Makes the putt for a birdie. Another par 4 here, the 11th. It's just under 440 yards. This time, there's water looming left and then bunkers on the right-hand side. It's a pretty good challenge, Frank.
This hole's very similar to the third hole on the front side. 2 bunkers down the right side. Just got to keep it a little left. You don't have to hit driver here.
Nice long tee shot there and a good lie, Frank. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Oh, without a doubt, that will be on the highlight reel later tonight. Excellent shot. Frank, now we're at the 574-yard, par 5, 12th. How critical are the par 5s if you're trying to put a score on the board here at Bay Hill?
They're crucial, Rich, because the par 4s are very, very difficult. So anytime you get a par 5, you really got to take advantage of it.
Great line. What a great shot. He has really hit it a long way. Second from an excellent lie. Frank, obviously way too much club there.
You got to think something like that, or at least misread the wind. This is never going to sit down.
Just averted danger right there. So close.
What is here ball like?
Continues to putt beautifully. Frank, the par 4 13th, relatively short, but not necessarily easy.
Yeah, stringent tee shot. A lot of people are tempted to take a bigger club off the tee. 300. That's an absolute beauty.
Par 4 13th, Frank, how do you hit this approach shot?
Rich, it's the first par 4 at Bay Hill where the water is actually on the right of the green, and that has to be taken into consideration. Just a little errant shot, and then you're going to be wet. So a little left of the flag, that's where you want to be.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. 14th hole, Frank, more than 200 yards, par 3. This is no picnic.
No, it plays a little longer than that too, slightly uphill. You've got to carry the ball onto the front of the screen. It will not run up.
Good chance at one. Making it look easy at this point. Another beautiful approach shot. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Chalk that up as a birdie for the scorecard. We're here at the 15th now, and a big dogleg right on this one. Frank, what's the best route to take to shoot the low number?
You've got to look at that run out down the left side, which is about 320 yards. If you can stay short of that, then that gives you a perfect shot into this green.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Frank, what are you looking to do with this approach shot here at 15?
Anytime the flag's on the front, Rich, it's basically green light special. When the flag starts to get pushed towards that back area of that green, it starts to get narrower and narrower and narrower. And that's where you've got to be a little careful.
Oh, can't hide the flag stick from that man.
Birdie here yesterday. This putt again for birdie. Continues to roll it very well all day long. We've seen guys through the years blow the tournament right on this hole.
Yeah, if you get a little too greedy here, you try and make eagle. It's sometimes with a good tee shot, it's an easy 4, but a 3 brings 7 into play. Does it come down yet? Not only is it straight, it's mega long.
Frank, this is really one of the fun spots on the golf course. The second shot here to the par 5 16.
It is. It's a cool vista when you're hitting that second shot across the lake. Another high-hanging second shot is really the way to play it. That flag on the left, you've got to make sure you take enough club to at least carry the front third of this green.
Good-looking shot right here. Crucial eagle attempt on the way. Just 5 feet left. No problems there.
And it keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
Frank, par 3 17th here at Bay Hill. How difficult is this hole?
This one takes your best tee shot, Rich. Otherwise, you're just looking at 4 or 5.
This could be a good one. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's formality now.
Oh, yeah, he's made it for a birdie. 2008, Frank, Tiger made that 25-foot putt right here at the 18th, final round to beat Bart Bryant by a shot. Then again, for a second straight year, he birdied this hole to defeat Sean O'Hare.
He's had a similar putt there at least 3 or 4 times, actually, to win the event. And he's been one of the few players to read it correctly.
He just blasted that one down the fairway, out there about 325 yards. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Superb shot.
Well, it's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
To win the Orlando Classic. Good putt. Just a fantastic week of golf. Add that one to the win count.
A lot of great quality players out there, and to come on top of that leaderboard is truly a great accomplishment.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the final leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today it's live opening round coverage of the Tour Championship. Welcome to the permanent home of the Tour Championship, where the likes of Brandt Snedeker, Tiger Woods, Jim Furyk, Bill Haas, Henrik Stenson, and Billy Horschel took the title and the $10 million prize that goes with the FedEx Cup. Designed by Donald Ross and played by the greatest players in the game. This is Rich Lerner, along with Frank Nobilo in the booth for EA Sports. Let's jump down to the action. Interesting, with the almost space-age advancements in golf equipment, what with new, lighter materials, and with the increased focus on fitness and strength, players are hitting the ball longer than ever. That has forced architects to lengthen the golf courses without sacrificing the integrity or the shot value of the original design. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Moves into second place with that birdie. Now to the first par 3 here at the Tour Championship at East Lake. It is the second hole, 214 yards. And really, to score well at East Lake, players cannot afford to miss the green on the short side of the flagstick, and that's especially true right here. This par 3 plays a bit shorter than the yardage, but it is a must to put the ball on the green. That green slopes dramatically from back to front and from left to right and is guarded by bunkers on both sides. Okay, good shot on the dance floor. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. No damage done, made the par. We talked about the good mix of holes to start here at East Lake, so coming off that par 3 second hole, now to the very short par 4 third, just 390 yards. But really, with all of the bunkers and the trees and this green, it's a tricky proposition. Wow, he moved that a long way right in the fairway. So going well up the hill to that green, will need to take an extra club here. Just a beautiful approach shot. Not a gimme, but well within his range. In for birdie, and now 2 under for the tournament. Action is underway, and we'll take you out to hole number 4. Frank, I've been impressed with the play to this point early in the round.
Yeah, it's solid without being spectacular, and that's actually a huge compliment.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
Setting himself up for a good weekend, the Wiley golf instructor makes his birdie. We mentioned of the previous hole that 440 is no longer considered a long par 4. You have to push them past 500 for it to be considered long these days. So here we are, 520-yard par 4 at the Tour Championship here at East Lake. Good tee shot right in the short grass. Now getting set for the approach here at the 5th hole at East Lake. Frank, what's the right way to go?
Well, if you've got a long club in hand, you can sort of bounce the ball and let the ball sort of turn to the left. Everything slopes from that back right corner to that middle left portion of the green.
Well, that's how you do it. Hit it close, take the pressure off that putt. That one should be no problem. Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
You have to like that. 4 under. This is really one of the most scenic holes on tour all year long, and a fitting spot for the season finale, the Tour Championship presented by Coca-Cola. It's the 6th hole. It's over 200 yards, and there's plenty of blue water out there just to keep a player focused on the task at hand. No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good look at birdie. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Beautiful roll on that one, right in the bottom. On to the 7th hole here at East Lake in the Tour Championship. This could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it.
I mean, he just blasted it down the fairway, well over 325 yards. And now with the approach here at the par 4-7. That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. On the green, and looking at a birdie opportunity. So they'll tap in. Frank, tie atop the leaderboard now.
I think it's certainly starting to get everybody captivated.
That was a nice birdie. Here's another dogleg to the left at East Lake in the Tour Championship. It's the 405-yard par 4 8th hole, and position is paramount here off the tee. You see those 3 fairway bunkers along the left side. You need to avoid those. You want to be positioned on the right. If you get it down that right side in the fairway, you'll have a good chance to attack the hole location. Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. You cannot hide the flagstick from that man inside of 5 feet. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Finishing out the front 9 here at East Lake in Atlanta, Georgia. Tour Championship with the FedEx Cup on the line. All that pressure. And finally, we get to the first par 5 of the day. It is 600 yards on the button.
Doesn't quite play that long, and the reason why is that downslope on the tee shot. You get a nice draw off the tee, that ball can bound down there, and you can certainly reach this hole even though it's 600 yards. That's if you had a good tee shot. You stray a little, then you worry about the lake with the layup. Do you lay up short, or do you even try and risk carrying it?
And it makes the green in regulation. These putts keep the round together.
Oh, how did that miss?
Are you kidding me? I mean, that one was dead center. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Just continuing to play some really good golf. 8 under par for the championship. Getting ready to start the back 9 here at East Lake. We're on the 10th tee here in Atlanta, Georgia, and the finale for the Tour Championship and the FedEx Cup.
That's beyond long.
That is a sensational play right there, and you have to think that the little helping breeze gave that a nice boost.
It can't be that good.
Good-looking shot right here.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Just 5 feet left. You may have lost track at home, but we're keeping count, and that is 9 under for the day. Tour Championship presented by Coca-Cola from East Lake Golf Club continuing. We're at the 11th hole. It is the only hole on the golf course under 200 yards. It's a 197-yard par 3. Early part of this second 9 and a good approach shot. Now, pretty good chance for birdie.
This is an awkward length.
Not his best stuff right there. Has this one for par. Well, that's just a case of not focusing right there. What a lapse in concentration. That's a bogey, but still in the lead.
We start to see shots in hand really valuable.
Another short par 4 here at the Tour Championship. East Lake Golf Club with a FedEx Cup on the line. The 12th is only 391 yards. What do you make of this hole, Frank?
It's a nice little downhill par 4, Rich, going all the way back down towards East Lake itself. And another positional hole off the tee, leaving just a short iron in. But very deceptive green to read. It's actually fairly flat. That club must have melted after that one.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie. Well, you can see he's just disgusted with that effort. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Good roll, solid. That's a par. Here at East Lake in the Tour Championship, and another good par 4. The 13th is 476 yards, and once again a classic Donald Ross green sloping from back to front. And really, that makes positioning so critical. Need to get the ball in play off the tee here, have a chance to put the ball in the right spot, and then maybe you have a go at 3. Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. The green is up above, and this will play at least a club longer.
Oh, this is right at
it. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Putting up some impressive numbers out here now. 9 under for the tournament. Back here at the par 4 14th, we're ready to tee off.
Tom Weiskopf was one of my idols growing up. I loved the way he swung. That swing right there reminds me of my idol.
It looks like Rory McIlroy, Frank, sticking the follow through.
Rich, there's great drivers of the ball. We've seen Norman, Nicklaus over the years, but that there is just excellent. Lovely full turn, plenty of power, and just piped it.
Made it look easy right there, and he's such a good-looking player. When he's dialed in, swinging the way he is right now, just a pleasure to watch. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Well, there's impressive, and then there's mind-boggling. We're at mind-boggling now. 10 under par. There are just 2 par 5s here at the Tour Championship presented by Coca-Cola. This is the second and last of the 5 pars. The 15th, it is only 525 yards. And if you walk away with par here, you will likely have dropped the shot to the field. This is a chance to make birdie or eagle.
Great Bobby Jones used to say the hardest shot in golf's the next one. Judging by that light, it's not going to be too hard.
This could be a huge momentum swing here, Frank.
Yeah, one more good swing, and he's going to have an eagle putt coming up. I know you don't want to get ahead of yourself, but there's well on the cards.
Steady all day long. That one about 20 feet away. He'll settle. This one just requires a little bit of focus.
When you consider the length of that putt, that's a good putt.
Shouldn't be a problem here.
So close.
And yet it still counts for another shot.
Just a little too much juice on that birdie putt, Frank.
It was bold, very bold.
So a tester from 4 feet.
Just dwindling the holes down. Pars are fine right now.
Moving on to number 16 now, 481-yard par 4.
Oh, beautiful swing, and the result is every bit as good.
We knew it right away, Frank. That's a good one.
Solid.
Frank, what makes this downhill shot a little trickier in terms of club selection and setup?
Because of the nature of the downhill, that ball's just going to come out a little lower. So you've got to take that into consideration. It might run a little more on the back end. This looks like it's going to find the target.
And it makes the green in regulation.
He has a birdie opportunity here.
Pretty much doing everything right this week. 11 under for the tournament.
The drama's really building right now at the Tour Championship here at East Lake. FedEx Cup title is on the line. Just a couple of holes to play. And Frank, what do you think of this par 4 17th at 455 yards?
With all that's at stake, Rich, this is a perfect par 4. Water all the way down the left, so in other words, you get a quick hook, you realize what's going to happen there. 3 bunkers protect the other side. Really, you just have to muscle up and hit a really good tee shot that somehow finishes between the water and those bunkers. Second shot, it's not exactly easy too. You're going to see the top half of that flag. Green raised a little in the front and well protected by that bunker short.
I mean, that's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
Just a little tap in here. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Down to the wire here at the Tour Championship at Eastlake Golf Club. Now set to play the par 4 17th at 455 yards. Well, you can hear it right off the center of the club face. This has a chance to be close with a birdie opportunity. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Knocking down all the shots today, now at 13 under.
Rich, in that great opportunity, name on top of the leaderboard. It is only round one.
Good place to be.